Hello, I'm Jake Sitars. I'm Hayden Lacey. And I'm Andrew Lyons. We work together to present the story of the Divine Farmer to you. We chose this story because we feel like we all have someone in our lives who made sacrifices that potentially caused them troubles but benefited us in the end. And this is the story of the Divine Farmer. Thousands of years ago, way before dynasties controlled the great land of China and before power controlled the actions of the individuals, the Chinese believed their culture was bestowed on them from the divine. The rulers were half man and half god. One such god was known as Yandi, and this is his story. Yandi was kind and simple emperor. Yandi had the body of a man, an ox's head, and a transparent abdomen. They called him the sun god, though he had many other names due to his wide range of contributions. Specifically, for his contributions to agriculture, phrenology, and medicine, he was named the Emperor of 5 grains of his Chinese medicine. So, they gave the name God of a Chinese medicine. But the name which he lives on today in Chinese culture is Shengnong, meaning the Divine Farmer. The story has it that a minister came to see Shen Nong's court one day, petitioning him to call upon an old man suffering from great pains. No one knew what was wrong with him or how to help this man. In those days, there was no medicine or proper system of medical care. The old man passed shortly after. Now, the incident shook Shen Nong very deeply. How could he stand by and watch his people suffer and die? He decided to do everything in his power and expand medical knowledge to treat his people better. Following the incident with the old man, Shen Nong journeyed into the forest every day and searched for wild plants. Sampling each one, he stumbled upon. He categorized them by taste and attributes. That is when his transparent stomach came in handy. He discovered which were poisonous and which had healing powers. Shen Ning totaled 365 medicinal herbs, numerous fruits and vegetables, and the 5 staple crops of the ancient China: rice, wheat, sorghum, which has many uses like wheat, millet, similar to oats, and beans. Shen Nong had one antidote for flushing all the toxins and poisonous plants from his body. It was cha tea. Through his journey into the forest, Shen Nong was able to develop an understanding of how different plants grew, best types of soil, and which seasons they thrived in. It is said that Shen Nong invented the calendar, plow, and axe. He also made a huge plan to preserve these foods so his people would never run out of food ever again. This is the beginning of agriculture in China. One day, Shen Nong was building a fire to boil when a few leaves from the kindle got into the pot. Shen Nong was already taste testing anything he could find, so naturally he took a few sipolis. As luck would have it, this brew helped him fight off many toxins, but also allowed him to live until the age of 120 years old. The end came from Shen Nong when he sampled intestine-splitting grass. Unable to drink his antidote in time because he was suffering from this horrible grass he just sampled, Shen Nong ended up dying. Yet, his legacy lived on, and so did his knowledge of medicine. He is still widely known within the Chinese culture and also many other cultures to this day. We all related to this story to the American myth, Johnny. We believe that this relates to this because Johnny Appleseed not only dealt with plants, specifically apples, to better off humans' lives. But it was this work that actually caused him to pass away as well. He was traveling the countryside and planting apple trees and such. Every night he slept outside under the stars, no matter what the weather was. But one day, the weather was absolutely miserable and unbearable, and he tried to find shelter to hide in and ended up finding a house to sleep in because the people were nice enough to let him in. They provided him with a bowl of food and some bread on the side, and a nice warm fire to sleep by. However, in the morning he woke up with a horrible fever and passed away in the end. All in all, both of these stories have the main figures working with plants to solve specific problems and better off other human beings' lives. But in the end, their kind works end up killing both of them. But their legend still lives on today. And this is the legend of the Divine Farmer. And we would like to thank you for listening.